This hypnosis experience is copyrighted by Key Guy Technology LLC, your 2019 copyright. This hypnosis file is not to be duplicated and or distributed without express permission from Key Guy Technology LLC. Please try out our product, the Hypnosis Key, by going to www.hypnosiskey.com. The Hypnosis Key is a digital package that comes with over 1,000 Hypnosis Mp3 files that are read by a hypnotherapist. The Hypnosis Key is a $20,000 value that we sell for a very low price. Again, go to www.hypnosiskey.com. That is spelled www.hypnosiskey.com. Please enjoy your hypnosis file.
As winter drops again, you are most likely officially mindful that these cool a long time with significant lots of obscurity are probably going to trigger those standard sentiments of being sad and yearning for spring to return. Previously, you have experienced low states of mind as your vitality levels dropped. It appeared that regardless of what you did, the gloom persevered and felt as if it would remain with you until the end of time. Truly, obviously, you realized that winter is only one of the seasons that goes back and forth, and separated from moving to a hotter atmosphere, it is something we have to acknowledge. Obviously, you don't need to acknowledge those low emotions, as there are numerous methodologies accessible to support you, as I'm certain you definitely know. On the off chance that you can, at that point including a day-by-day outside exercise is perfect for re-establishing the dimension of serotonin in your cerebrum. This in itself can assist you with feeling so much better. Making your condition lighter and more brilliant can likewise be elevating, as can guaranteeing you eat a solid and shifted diet. You are presumably additionally mindful that you can utilize your very own mind capacity to reproduce a warm summer day in your brain. What's more, you may definitely realize that visual symbolism is the language of the mind. Whenever golfers or other sports people rationally practice the moves they make to succeed, it makes a plan in their brain and their muscles can really remember their activities. That is the reason, with the assistance of trance, we are going to utilize your magnificent, imaginative subliminal personality to take you on a scaled-down occasion that you can utilize, at whatever point you have time, to enjoy a short reprieve from regular day-to-day existence and appreciate summer once more. Furthermore, each time you practice this perception, it will turn out to be increasingly unmistakable, and the vibe positive sentiments will stay with you for quite a while a short time later. So when you are prepared, I might want you to envision now the most delightful summer day. The sky is an ideal shade of blue and there's a splendid sun sparkling down on your body. Experience yourself outside in a brilliant spot in nature. Maybe you will pick a nation park where there is a wealth of sweet-scented blooms and bloom trees all over. As you wind up mindful of this tranquil spot, maybe you can breathe in the scent of your most loved bloom. Inhale it in. Inhale it in now and unwind. What's more, feel the sun sparkling down on your body, warming you delicately everywhere. It is warming your hands and your back. It is warming your legs and making you feel so great and much increasingly loose. Listen mindfully to the tuneful melodies of the feathered creatures high in the trees. They are approaching their everyday exercises, taking care of their young and exploring for nourishment noticeable all around and enclosed by branches. As you rest in this agreeable condition of entrancing, you start to feel at one with nature and all her excellence. I wonder, on the off chance that you'd seen previously, the shade of the leaves on the trees. There are such huge numbers of various shades of green and new buds are shaping all over. Feel the impression of a delicate breeze. It is blowing from time on your skin and on your hair, and it makes you feel great. It makes you feel considerably more loose than you at any point thought conceivable. To one side is a water park, which is a shocking spot to watch natural life consistently. In spring and summer, the spot is bursting at the seams with singing warblers, hobbies chasing sand martins and various different feathered creatures on section. Just as feathered creatures, dragonflies flourish around the shores of the lake on warm summer days like today. Past the lake are old glades loaded with blooms and butterflies. It is such a lovely view. Simply appreciate this superb scene. See how great it makes you feel. You walk around a way that goes through the recreation center to a slight slope that prompts an old demolished nunnery. It's extremely tranquil up here, and you glance around for an agreeable spot to rest. From this vantage, you have the most brilliant perspective on the nation park, the lake, the knolls and trees, and a little stream that keeps running into a little forest zone. What's more, as you take a seat on an antiquated seat, simply enable your eyes to delicately close as you feel the warming daylight all over. This makes you feel better. It makes you feel so quiet and content with the world. As you float further into mesmerizing, maybe you can envision yourself on an alternate sort of adventure. It is an adventure profound inside you. Also, you are remaining at the base of the trip of steps which pave the way to the control room of your brain. Make this trip of steps now, in your psyche. You start to rise, feeling lighter and floatier with each progression up, practically floating up as if you are reveling in the sunlight of good fortune. Furthermore, you are feeling so light, so agreeable, thus loose. At the highest point of the means is an entryway, and despite the fact that you don't understand it yet, this entryway leads into the control room of your psyche. Open the entryway and stroll through, into the control room of your psyche. Glancing around, see how you can see within your head. How bizarre, no can't help suspecting that you are existing behind your eyes at the present time. What's more, looking into simply inside the brow above and between the eyes, you can see an organ. This is your pineal organ, your third eye focus. Possibly you were at that point mindful that the human body has another physical eye whose work has for quite some time been perceived by humankind. It is known as the third eye, which in all actuality is the pineal gland. It is for quite some time thought to have magical forces. Many think of it as the spiritual third eye, our inner vision. It is situated in the focal point of the cerebrum and compares to the area of the Great Pyramid in the focal point of the physical planet. Your pineal gland is about the span of a pea, and is in the focal point of the mind in a small cavern behind or more the pituitary organ, which lies a little behind the foundation of the nose. It is found specifically behind the eyes, joined to the third ventricle. I need you build up a picture of your pineal gland in your imagination and gesture your head when you see it. Interruption for a couple of minutes and hang tight for flag. The genuine capacity of this puzzling organ has for some time been thought about by rationalists and spiritual adepts. Antiquated Greeks trusted the pineal organ to be our association with the realms of thought. Descartes considered it the seat of the soul. This organ is initiated by light, and it controls the different rhythms of your body. It works in concordance with the nerve center organ, which coordinates the body's thirst, hunger, sexual want, and the natural clock that decides our maturing procedure. At the point when the pineal organ stirs, you may feel a slight weight at the base of the mind. This pleasurable sensation will frequently be experienced when interfacing with a higher recurrence. This organ secretes melatonin, which is a rest-related hormone, and you may know that expanded dimensions are created in obscurity. That is the reason, when the days are shorter and darker, the creation of this hormone increments. This is the reason you have been experiencing regular emotional turmoil. Be that as it may, I'm going to demonstrate to you an approach to conquer those old sentiments of yours. Furthermore, in spellbinding, it is anything but difficult to take yourself back to this pleasurable state and unwind in your most loved spot. So now, in your higher personality, I need you to picture an unadulterated precious stone pyramid. In the focal point of this pyramid is your pineal organ. Keep in mind its shape and its capacity, and infer a bank of glaring lights to sparkle over every feature of the pyramid. Enable the serious splendid light to concentrate altogether upon your pineal organ and feel as it makes that slight impression of pleasurable weight at the base of your mind. Respite somewhat. That is great. Also, as it does as such, interface with that higher recurrence. The measure of melatonin emitted by your pineal organ is presently diminished for whatever remains of the day. You can do this consistently in your own uncommon time, just by spending only a couple of minutes in mesmerizing and experiencing this activity. Furthermore, as you do this activity, you are promptly astonished at how much better you feel. You have more vitality and greater essentialness. Your disposition is lifted and you feel simply extraordinary. What's more, consistently, even in winter, particularly in winter, make it your objective to go through something like 1 hour daily in characteristic daylight, getting a charge out of the natural air and valuing each season that goes back and forth. You likewise orchestrate your home and work environment to get more daylight. Taking grab, feel similarly in the same class as you do in summer. What's more, consistently you feel much improved and more joyful. Consistently you have more vitality, greater essentialness, and you value each season that travels every which way, feeling simply brilliant and content with the world. In a minute I'm going to check from 1 to 5, and at the tally of 5 you will be wide conscious, feeling brilliantly revived and alert, and the recommendations that I've given to you will become more grounded and more grounded with every single day. Furthermore, amid your uncommon time when you are rehearsing this activity, you can likewise take yourself back to ordinary, cognizant mindfulness just by considering up to 5. I will do now. 1, 2, 3. Truth is stranger than fiction. You are returning gradually and easily now. 4. Eyelids starting to glint, and 5. Eyes open, wide, wakeful, invigorated and loose, and feeling as if you have quite recently appreciated a smaller than normal occasion, which, as it were, you have.